Let's talk about that. Adam Mount is with us, a senior fellow at the Federation of American Scientists and the former director of the North Korea Task Force at the Council on Foreign Relations. We always like to have Adam's voice here. During the Korean summit, Adam, Kim Jong-un said that North Korea didn't need nuclear weapons if they had a guarantee that the U.S. wouldn't invade them. Is that, in your view, a workable deal? Because it sounds like a pretty good and easy deal to make for the U.S.
That would be a reasonable deal for the United States to make, and that's one of the reasons why we've made that deal repeatedly before. In previous agreements with North Korea, we have offered them what are called security assurances. Assurances that we would not attack them under, without provocation. We've made those deals before, and it has not led to denuclearization in the past. Security assurances are part of the package that we should be discussing. The Inter-Korean Summit made some good strides in this regard. President Moon Jae-in of South Korea has laid out a vision for peaceful coexistence with North Korea that involves conventional arms control and tensions reductions mechanisms. Those are critical to help stabilize a volatile situation on the peninsula. But we can't just take them at their word that these security assurances will be sufficient for denuclearization, because it hasn't been in the past.
Sure, and in the past, North Korea has misled the international community. What would be the point of doing that again, I wonder? I mean, what is the benefit for Kim Jong-un if this is all smoke and mirrors and all an elaborate
limit those programs? So for both of those reasons, Kim may think that he's coming to the table with a stronger hand and can bargain harder.
What kind of price? I mean, what would Kim Jong-un, you think, accept in exchange for getting rid of his nukes?
Well, I'm skeptical that Kim will ever agree to completely denuclearize. These weapons, he thinks, are critical for his security. We have to remember that a week ago in his speech to the Workers' Party of Korea, he gave a statement of his nation's nuclear policy as a technologically advanced and mature nuclear power. It was not a statement, not a pledge to denuclearize. He has not yet made a commitment to take specific steps to roll back his nuclear program. So in fact, in some ways, that speech was exactly the opposite of a commitment to denuclearize. As for what it would take, the price might simply be too high for the United States to pay. Kim may not be serious about going down that road. We should put a credible deal on the table and push him as far as possible, but be ready to have a fallback plan. Don't walk away from the table without a deal that makes Americans safer. There's not just one deal that can do that. There's a range of deals. And so, we need to have a flexible negotiating strategy going into this thing.
You just said Kim Jong-un told his people, told his country that they are a mature nuclear power. How do you reconcile that with his overtures?
I think what's happening is he's stringing along the international community, South Korea and the United States, playing for time, trying to avoid a war, trying to see what he can get with his newfound leverage, whether he can gain sanctions relief, whether he can gain a peace treaty that had previously been predicated on denuclearization. He thinks he might be able to get some payment from his nuclear weapons while still being able to resist pressure to disarm completely.
All right, that's interesting. This notion that he doesn't necessarily have a very specific end goal, but he might be just stringing along the international community and see how much he can get out of them. Adam, always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.